Thank you, Gillian. Thank you very much for this. And I really appreciate and very impressed by the Maritime Matters earlier interviews. We create that kind of, mentorship in the industry. I think your program is doing a lot on the mentorship. My name is Captain Gajanan Karanchikar. I joined C in 1989 with an Indian company. And thereafter, I, of course, rose to the ranks after my exams, became a master in 2000. And thereafter, I sailed for 5 years. And then I became ashore as superintendent. I joined the dry dock superintendent first, and I was posted in China over to look after the project. Then I came to move to Singapore. Finally, I rose to becoming a head of dry docks. And thereafter, 2015, I came back to India to a parent company. 2015, I felt that I've done about 10, 12 years in ship management. So I joined a company called Logistics in Chennai. So like that, I also ventured out into something called as blue economy and studying about that since 2015. I also do a lot of maritime conscious building and awareness building in India through schools programs. And, I'm also a student of maritime archaeology. That's my big journey at maritime. I'm writing a book on ancient seafaring because India has got a very vast, and very ancient seafaring past. Of course, it's going to be published in the local language first, and then of course we'll begin in English as well. So has been a very fruitful and quite a good journey for me because maritime is very close to the heart. All histories are maritime in the world. So you can't study any history without studying a maritime history. Just talk about shipping itself. We have a $19 trillion of trade moving through the sea today. So maritime transportation, of course, it is a part of everyone's life. So all the sectors, emerging and non-emerging, traditional, non-traditional sectors of the economy, they do contribute and they do hold a very huge potential, to contribute to mankind today. So maritime does matter. Oh yes. COVID is, when I always take a pause before I answer the COVID question because it is something very unprecedented, nobody even thought about it. It came onto the onslaught of freedom of, human beings so much that we never thought that airspaces would be shut, cities would be locked down like that. It really disrupted people's life. For me personally, yes, it's disrupted my work. I had to work from home to my family as well. I had two of my, very close relative COVID positive. So, but more than that, I would look at positively. I got a lot of time to spend with my family. From 2005 onwards, I've been outside. I've never stayed home more than a month. It's very important that your personal health, which has come under very big highlight in this pandemic. So I think people should continue doing the personal hygiene and look after themselves very well. And another social angle which has come of helping others. We have helped last 18 months a lot of old people. Give the helping hand to your colleagues. Care for human is something is very important. So we should also learn to care for nature and see that the nature is not harmed by our actions, and we deliver the earth to the next generation in most sustainable way. So they will be happy and very healthy for the years to come. Oh, sure. Definitely for the seafarers, I would like to say something. Many seafarers are going through a lot of mental agony and stress of signing on and signing off on both sides. I would like to suggest them that please wait for some more time. Going gets tough, the tough gets going kind of thing. So the tough is going to go, the pandemic is going to go one day, and you all will be, normally placed everywhere. I would also like to thank all the health workers and things like that, and administration, judiciary, and all that for working around the clock in this pandemic. We should continue doing that and learn a lesson that we should help and touch upon each and every soul we meet.